Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Kill la Kill episode 19 review. And before I do anything else, okay, I found it so amusing that this episode was actually called Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. I was like, yo, man, that's some old school BJ Thomas right there. It was so funny, man. I just got a real kick out of it. I really did. Yo, man. Oh, so now I gotta do it, man. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Yes, that's right. All right, but let's continue. Okay, let's continue. All right, but I just found that very comical, very amusing. But the episode link is going to be in the description box below on Crunchyroll.com, and also, all right, I need to give a real big shout out to Oni Mihawk. All right, now his channel link is going to be in the description box down below. And Oni Mihawk actually did me a logo and a banner for my new gaming channel, which is also going to be in the description box down below. And it was a really nice thing for him to do. So shout out to Oni Mihawk. He also reviews Kill la Kill on his channel, alongside other things such as Space Dandy. He does episode reviews. So, you know, again, go check it out for yourself. If you guys like what you see, then go subscribe, right? He has my thumbs up, my recommendation. And also, in the description box down below, will be Patreon.com. We have actually reached the milestone. We have reached the milestone. So that means for sure the first prize is going to be a PlayStation 4 to whoever wins the lottery that I'm going to do. And I do plan, of course, on making like selective only like live streams for that channel, for those guys who are patrons, because they deserve it, alright? They have grabbed the Thunderstone. They have evolved from Pikachus to Raichus, and they have joined me in the Great Halls of Lightning, okay? So, that being said, alright, if you want to be part of that, go down. Once again, those are the things you want to check out for sure in the description box down below. Mainly Oni Mihawk, mainly my gaming channel, and of course, Patreon.com. Go. Now, that being said, alright, because this one right here, I mean, I know where to start too. I know exactly where to start. Yo, the thirst is strong with Mama. The thirst is real strong. I'm like, yo, right, Ragia, what are you doing to your daughter right now? Like, the word sadistic doesn't even cover half of what I just saw in this episode concerning Kirin Satsuki and Kirin Ragia. I'm like, yo. Like, stop. Like, stop. Just take it easy, moms. Like, whoa. Jeez, I mean... Okay, so... She has Satsuki strung up by her hands. And she's not touching the ground. So she's basically strung up like this. And Satsuki's actually like, real calm. I mean, at the end of the episode, after the preview, after the ending, we do see that Satsuki is planning something. Like, she has, like, a hidden blade, like, in her big toenail. Which I found amusing, because I'm like, whoa, like, Satsuki came prepared. But what it is that tripped me out the most was the fact that they're talking about how, well, Satsuki takes jabs at her mom, about how her mom, she's not an emotional person. She's not a caring, loving mother. Apparently how, because she makes a jab about how her tear glands are made up by light fibers. Like, how can you cry? How can you show compassion, emotion, when your very existence is based on the light fibers? And then she begins, mind you, right, her daughter's strung up, naked. I need to add that part in there. Naked. And she begins to spank her daughter. Like, and I'm like, wait, what? I mean, she continuously feels up her daughter. That's number one. She just doesn't stop with the rubbing. Alright, she's rubbing the breast, the vagina, the ass, everywhere. And then she begins to spank her. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, like, what am I watching right now? Like, this is on, like, some, like, bizarre shit. Like, bizarres. Like that belongs in, like, that porno website, man. It's just crazy. And then, to top it all off, they talk about something called Shinra Koketsu, right? Which I'm assuming is, like, the name of the kamui that Nui Harime and the Controlled Sewing Club are creating to quote-unquote eat Kiryu and Satsuki. I don't think so. And the reason why is very simple. When you look at the opening, there is an image of, like, these weird eyes. Like, you know how, like, there's Senketsu, and, like, he has both eyes open, and, like, they're behind Ryūko, and she's being entangled by these life fibers. Then, like, I believe, like, they're, like, the blue life fibers that are entangling Kiryu and Satsuki. And, like, there's, like, three sets of, 3 pairs of eyes, pretty much. And I believe that those eyes are synonymous with the new kamui that's being built, that's being created. But here's the thing, though. After the mention of that, and how, again, more jabs at Ryūko about how she's a heartless bitch, pretty much, right? She is the wicked witch of the West. In this case, the world. She begins to spank her daughter, and it was like, yeah, get mad, all right, get mad. Like the more pissed off you get, the better it is for me. All right, release your rage, and she continues to spank her daughter, like bam, 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 and like every time they would do it, the way they animated it was crazy, because it was like you would hear the sound, and then when you saw the cheeks move, then you saw like the twinkling of the sweat, and I'm like, what is this, man? Like, there's mad hype on spanking right now. And Satsuki just standing there motionless. Or she's being, she's just there motionless, not reacting. Like, it's not a big deal. So, I mean, I really do feel bad for her. Because her father, Soroi, which we actually find out in the episode, was actually Ishin Matoi. So, I want to give props to my boy, Peter, who actually called that. He texted me about that, like, a while ago. And he was right about that. But the thing about it was that it was crazy, because I'm like, yo, you had to live with this for how many years? With crazy ass moms and shit just spanking you, like strung up naked and feeling you up like every day? Like, come here, yeah. How was school? Like, whoa, mom? Whoa, man. This is child abuse on the highest order. We need to call the Fed. We need to call everyone we know. But we can't now, because why? Because apparently, according to what we find out in the episode later on, or early on, I should say, we find out that the life fibers have pretty much assimilated in most, if not the majority of the population. Because, they're saying if most, if not all, of the population. Because we do know that Revox, they had clothing everywhere. And the life fibers are actually altering the minds of the people who are wearing their clothes, who are wearing them, I should say. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So a lot of fascinating things going on there. Big shocker with the whole Ishin and Soroi, how they're like the same. I don't know how to say his name, because the name sounds very similar to the butler's name, but whatever. The thing about it is that, like, he was actually like the father. Transformed himself in some. I don't know how he did it. It's like he changed his face to Ishin, and then he like broke his back like twice over, like purposely, so he would look again. So he would look like an old man. So, but yeah, it's confirmed now. Yeah, in fact, yeah, they are sisters. Satsuki and Ryūko, they're sisters. And the death of the baby was actually faked. He faked it so he could run away. And then the head butler that Ryūko had trying to assassinate him failed, because apparently he had some burned bodysuit clothes. He just unzipped that shit, and then we see the whole transformation process. So, so again, it was pretty much the husband of Ryūko who founded all of this stuff, right? He was the one that is the origin, the foundation of all of the opponents of Ryūko, all right? The enemy in her mind. Of course, in our mind, the good guys. Now, also, we find out that a month has passed, because after the whole thing with the heart, we actually see like Ryuko's heart like go back into like her chest, like it sucks back into her body. And then she starts to freak out. Mako gets taken by the life fibers, by the covers immediately. And a month passes after Satsuki does the explosion. We find out that the only Goku uniform that's actually still functioning at that point in time was Sanagayama's 3-star. And that stops functioning after like one more fight, pretty much. And then we see the Elite Four team up with like Nudist Beach like in full. And it was funny because it was like, whoa. Because we had to see, I'm pretty sure a lot of the lowly guys were like, yeah, Jakuzure. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, fine. Do you. Okay? It's just that we see them all pretty much doing the whole Nudist Beach thing. And everyone's pretty much at Nudist Beach. Anyone who's against Ryūko and the Life Fibers, they're pretty much at Nudist Beach. And what I must point out was that it was hilarious. When you go back to the episode and you see like the whole scene of Ryūko and she's in bed still, and then we have Senketsu talking to Ryuko's mom, to Mako's mom, and we have Aikuro, he comes in there. Mako's mom would not stop staring at his dick. I'm not joking. She would not stop staring at Aikuro's dick. She just had her eyes glued to his genitals. Just what? Like, I would be blinded by that because it's like, dude, like this purple light is like in your face, like whoa. But no, apparently she was all gung ho for it. She was like, yeah, like I like the way that looks. Right? I like the purple glow. I mean, hey, if you have genitals and they glow purple, that's you call 911 immediately and say, yo, yeah, I need a hospital ASAP. All right, this is not normal, but whatever, man. I mean, it is what it is, and she's into that purple glow stuff. So hey, all right, to each his own. Once again, to each his own. But we see something fascinating, right? After all scene, and then we learned that they only have like a few weapons left. They actually gained some like emergency suction thing, which Ira actually used to save Mako. And I told you before, and I kind of I did call this. There's something going on between Gamagori and Mako, where I think, yeah, Gamagori like likes her, like he genuinely actually likes her, wants to be with her, that kind of stuff. Because we have Jakuzure like, yo, stop flirting, like stop that shit. But what was fascinating was we have the life fibers or the covers. They actually make like a row of harps, like when they start to invade the home base of the Nudist Beach. They make like these giant harps. They play some like frequency sound, and it bugs the shit out of everyone, including Ryūko, who was out for a month. She was asleep for a month. She gets up. She wakes up. Huge explosion. And she murks all the life fibers, all the covers in an instant. And then she says, because Senketsu, he's all happy, like, yeah, Ryūko, let's go. And then she's, no, back off. Back the fuck off. And it's like, no, I am a monster, alright? I'm a monster. And I don't want, like, every time I see you, you make me sick. So the episode ends on that. But what's very fascinating is that when you take a look at what happened with episode, I think it was episode 17, where we have Ryūko, she controls Ryūko. And Ryūko was able to fight on par with Satsuki without engaging Senketsu. And now we see her, she wakes up again without Senketsu. And she's able to completely annihilate a squadron of covers by herself. With one attack, mind you. So, Ryūko's always had the power. Alright? And it's not like on some Spider-Man shit. With great power comes great responsibility. No. With her, it's like, get the fuck out of my way. It's stop bullshitting. Get the fuck out of my way. And if you don't, you're getting killed. It's that simple. Now, this to me, I think, is an indicator that I think it's an indication that Ryūko may die at the end of the series. Now, I did hear that someone, because I was talking to someone via PM. I think it's possible now. I mean, for some reason, I feel like she may die. Now, I think it's a stretch, but given what I saw in the episode, I have like a gut feeling. Just a gut feeling. There we go, a gut feeling that okay, that she will die at the end of the story, at the end of the show. Which is, you know, I'm just gonna throw it out there. But it is, once again, we have this conflict between the two, Senketsu and Ryūko, and it's understandable because she's been asleep for a month, and the last thing she remembers is Ryūko holding her heart in her hand, which is symbolic in a lot of ways. But at the same time, the moment she cuts off Ryūko's hand, and Ryūko attaches that shit right back on, like she's some kind of monster, which she is, we have Ryūko herself pull out some very monster, inhuman thing, where her heart gets sucked back into her chest. And I can understand where she's coming from. But of course, that's not going to last long anyway, because they need to have this cohesion. There has to be some kind of unity between the two in order for them to actually compete with Ryūko. Because Ryūko, she is just like, you know, she's just like her daughter, in the sense that her body has life fibers in them. But she also has a Kamui. She has Junketsu. She stole that shit from Satsuki, her oldest daughter. So Ryūko, in order to be able to compete with, you know, Ryūko in combat, she has to be able to get that connection back with Senketsu. So, the episode overall, I did like it. I thought it was actually a very good episode. The animation I thought was actually very good. Though a lot of the scenes that involved, like, just nudity speech and what were they, like, there was one scene that was completely overblown, where it's just Aikuro, and he's staring at the monitor, and he's in the room with Sumugu and Inumura, and his lab jacket just starts to go in the wind and shit, and everything starts to flow down, like, yeah. And I'm like, yo, why are you posing off when a bunch of dudes are in the room? That's suspect. It's very suspect, but, you know, that is the way he operates, pretty much. And when it came to the slash of Ryūko, after the covers come in there, I mean, the covers themselves are actually very well animated, to be honest. And how, like, they take in the person, and, like, we see, like, their essence or their soul. It's like a small little, like, skull, like, right there in the actual suit. It's hard to explain. I don't know if it's, like, their soul, their essence, their life force. I have no idea what it is. But the thing about it is that once that person is removed from the covers explode, because they can, the covers will be active as long as they are connected to the original life fiber. But when they absorb a human, they can actually function autonomously by themselves. But once the human is removed, then they explode. Now, I kind of question why only humans, like why not animals like pigs, elephants, whales, that kind of stuff, but no, apparently it's only humans. I have no, I mean, if I was a life fiber, I would consider the option of larger mammals, because larger mammals would have, in my personal opinion, more energy to consume. But I guess not. Either way, I mean, maybe it's a whole intelligence factor where, like, the species that they're consuming energy from has to be intelligent. Again, I'm not too sure. But the animation was on point, as usual. The pacing of the story of the episode was actually, they skipped a month, alright? They just hopped into a month, and Ryūko, so it's very fast-paced. It's, as always, extremely fast-paced. But that's where we're used to it. That's what it's been for the past, like, 19 episodes, so we're not gonna expect any slow pacing now. It'd be really surprising. It'd be really surprising if there was slow pacing in Kill la Kill, like, episode, like, this deep into the actual series. Shocker. So, but I'm done. The episode overall, I'm gonna give it a good plus to great, and I will see. You know, I'm gonna give it a great. Yeah, why not? Why not? Fuck it. Because it was shocking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, freaking, yo, Ishin, and then the husband of Ryūko, they're same dude. So, props to him. He was very, you know, cunning, conniving, and then in comes, you know, Harume, and then it was over. But still part of, you know, you gotta consider the fact that he was actually able to compete with Nui Harime in combat for a few seconds, or that's for a few minutes actually, and, you know, take out her eye. So that, again, very impressive, right? So he wasn't no bitch, but again, he is dead. So, but that's it. So King of Lightning, be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.
Flashback to life.